We are back with another episode of Jacktown Classix. Who we got in the building?
It's Clyde.
Niggas? Like, what we doing?
It's Clyde.
What's going on, bro? It's Deshaun.
Before we get into the bullshit, brother, you just drop an album?
No, I didn't drop an album. I dropped a single.
Okay.
But, you know, after getting my life right over the past 3 months, I am, you know, able to get back to working seriously. So I might, you know, more on the way type shit. So this is kind of sort of just me getting back into the flow of it. Obviously I still like the song, and thank you for everybody who supported first week, you know, saying over 100 streams, you know,
Love it.
and you know, people gonna be like, 100, that ain't even a lot. If 100 people walked in a room to see you doing whatever you was doing, you know what I'm saying, you be honored. So hey, to all those 100 people that's listening right now, thank you, I appreciate it.
What's the name of the song for those that haven't heard it? And we're gonna put it at the end of the show. But what's the name of it for those that haven't heard it?
It's called Cold Circuit. It's cold outside type shit.
For sure.
And it just got some electronic elements in there that I really liked when I first heard it. So I was like, let me do something to this.
That is different.
Yeah.
I definitely heard that electronic feel. I'm gonna tell you what it reminded me of. A better version of the Testing album, A$AP Rocky.
Oh yeah.
It reminded me, because I don't like that album, but I think it's because I'm not used to that from him.
Right.
But when you hear it from another artist, it's like, I see what you're doing.
The battle that I fight every day is not putting out good music. It's convincing people that I'm not a rapper. Nigga, long hair, music, rapper.
Dreads.
You're a rapper.
Yeah. You one of them Migos, right?
Like, bro, I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. And then when people hear my music and there are no words, because I'm also not a singer, like it's just straight up instrumental, they a little bit disappointed because they expected to hear, you know, words, because most people listen to music that has words.
Yeah.
Man, I remember it was a long time ago. I used to deal with ignorant women, and
Didn't we all?
this
Don't we
woman, and like me and this woman was talking about music, and I was talking about dubstep. I want to say this had to be like high school or shortly after high school.
Yeah.
Or I was listening to like Skrillex and shit, and I was like, she was like, well, what's the song about? And I was like, well, it's just kind of it's like a beat, you know, it's just a bunch of beats and it's about this noise and shit. And we used to my instrumentals and all type of shit. And she was like, that's not a song. I was like, what you mean? She's like, ain't no words. It's not a song. I'm like, every song you gotta have words. Yes, it does. And I'm like,
Ignoramus.
you're stupid.
Like,
you are. I'm not gonna say stupid. You are
You're a dummy.
ignorant. Because the definition of ignorance is not knowing. You just don't know. You just haven't been exposed.
shorty and
like that.
nincompoop.
An imbecile.
Nigga poop is insane.
But she's
Like,
but yeah, I was just like,
because jazz just doesn't exist, huh?
yeah, jazz, classical, like none of that shit. Just niggas don't make the beat before they rap on the beat. Like that's a song right there. But
Nigga said, make the words, then I come with the beat.
You're right.
Make the words, then I come with the beat.
man, hate to see it. So, what has been a week since, or almost a week since Trump got inaugurated, and he already making noise?
Bro,
He did everything he said he was gonna do.
I just want to see. I want to see what he got to say. I want to see what these classified files about is the JFK and MLK joint.
I do want to see that because he did sign that. I watched that video.
He said, "I need
He
that."
signed off on that. He
I
said
need that
people.
public.
He said people waiting for decades for that. I want to see what that's about. Even though I think we already know.
Everyone knows.
It's like I want the official.
Right.
The government. I don't want no blacked out lines. I don't want none of that shit.
Human rights, get him out of here.
But what? My thing is this:
Black
how would we
rights?
know?
Get him out of here.
How would we know? How we know it's the truth?
I mean,
like, yeah, he signed off on it, but niggas can still make fake shit and be like, we're not gonna give these niggas the truth.
They definitely can, but I guess you just gotta trust it.
You're right, exactly. So it's like
you just gotta trust it. I guess
I feel like
it'll be some weird like a nigga killed MLK.
Yeah, some what's what we was just talking about in Chicago. Fred Hampton.
Yeah,
Fred Hampton his ass.
Yeah,
you know, you never know, man.
That shit crazy.
I don't even know all the executive orders that he signed off on.
Let me see if I can find it right quick.
He got rid of the what? The
he got rid of the diversity quota shit.
Equity and inclusion.
Mm-hmm. Got rid of that.
He got rid of that.
Got rid of those Mexicans. He did. He said them motherfuckers. Hey,
Didn't he take birthright citizenship?
Yeah, took that too.
I think I want to say he got rid of, or they talking about he getting rid of the shit with child support. If you on child support, the mama can't file the baby on the taxes.
Nah, I think it's a dude who said he made that shit up. He was like, I didn't expect it to get 12 million views. So, but I lied, y'all. That's not true. It's like, you are a sick nigga, bro.
So these are the headlines of stuff that he's dealing with immigration, closing the border, birthright citizenship, terrorism designation for gangs and cartels. All this is under immigration. Death penalty for some immigrant criminals.
Damn.
Remain in Mexico. There's no more catch and release, whatever that means.
Like a Pokemon?
These
niggas bass fishing out
here. What the fuck?
Nigga said he called him a sturgeon.
He suspended the refugee resettlement program, although say details remain unclear. For climate and energy.
Oh yeah.
Pull out of Paris. Energy emergency,
going back
whatever
to coal
it
and
is.
steam power.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alaskan fuel. He's basically trying to get all the oil out of America that he can. A Green New Deal.
So fuck Texas.
He's ended the Green New Deal.
Withdrew from the WHO.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it's on now. He withdrew from that, or began the process of withdrawing from that. Ain't no more a whole bunch of genders. It's just two genders.
Oh yeah.
The DEI stuff, and then he brought back TikTok.
Crazy work.
For 75 days.
Crazy work. You know what this sounds like to me? This shit reminds me of when Scar killed Mufasa and he got hold of Pride Rock. And then Pride Rock just became like a wasteland when that nigga.
It was just raining.
Yeah, just raining. It was dark.
Gray as fuck.
It's hyenas and shit everywhere.
Like, that nigga like, we starving, Scar. I don't give a fuck. I'm the king, nigga. I run this shit now. We gonna do what I say.
Nigga said, Scar, we hungry. Go hunt.
Then we know he trying to get the third term, but it's like the caveat is presidents who didn't serve 2 consecutive terms can get a third term. So I guess ideally, if you don't serve 2 consecutive terms, you can just keep running. Like you can win one, lose one, run again. I don't know if that's the details, but that's my guess. That's what he's trying to do.
Nigga gonna be the 45th, 47th, and 49th.
For sure. I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. But yeah, all that shit he did, kill it.
Man.
We going back to 1960.
That nigga went in the White House and literally knocked all this shit over.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, listen.
Thought y'all was gonna get rid of me,
his bullshittery.
And he undoing shit from like 60 years ago.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like it ain't finna be nothing but the Caucasians in Target working in the.
That's what it was. It's all the federal jobs are going back to working in office and not being remote. And then he took the diversity part out of it. I don't know if it's all jobs or federal jobs.
No, it's just federal.
My next job application gonna say not applicable.
No, I'm weak.
Nigga, I definitely been putting. I wish not to disclose. Even though I put my LinkedIn profile, I'm clearly black. I'm clearly black.
That's the new way they gonna find you black. When you be like, I don't want to disclose. Oh, that's definitely a nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking David Ortiz.
Oh Oh, that's crazy work.
Yeah.
Crazy
Hey, they
work.
said, look, they said Jamie Foxx. Obviously, we know Jamie Foxx's name is not Jamie Foxx,
Of course.
but that's how he got into stardom, like having a unisex name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because niggas thought it was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Man, listen.
Interesting.
Ain't gonna have no nigga named Bishop.
Eric? Eric Bishop?
Nah.
That's a nigga right there. Motherfucker like, you killed Raheem.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Crazy work. Crazy work.
He'll never work again.
But yeah, his bullshittery is spreading. So I'm sure y'all are aware of the proposed, I don't think nobody signed off on it yet, the Erection Act.
Okay.
Erection Act?
I have.
So a Mississippi Democratic.
Democrat.
He was a black
Yeah.
guy. I think he's like
Yeah.
a senator or something.
Yeah.
He the basic is, if this law comes to pass, no man in the state outside of a sperm bank can ejaculate without the purpose of impregnating a woman.
Yeah.
Or what?
I think it's like
Jail.
up to three times you'll get fined.
Yeah.
Like $10,000 or some shit.
10 bands?
Now, how would they know?
Motherfucking tell.
You feel me?
But I think what it is he did it because he wants to show how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
So then, so on the other side, when you're saying like a woman can't, get rid of their child and this, that, it's like, oh, okay, well, if we just making shit up, if we just doing shit, then
I did hear that he was just basically making it up for,
Yeah.
like, this some bullshit.
Yeah, it's like,
and y'all can go for it.
Yeah. So it's like, if y'all don't go for it, so we do agree that's stupid.
I mean,
so
technically,
then,
oral sex is already illegal.
Brother.
Look, I think he played it very smart, because I think it's like, if you agree to it, we agree that this is stupid. So then we gotta also agree that the shit that y'all doing is stupid. But if y'all be like, okay, we'll sign off on it.
It's a game of chicken of stupid shit. How far are you willing to go?
Really willing to go
to prove your shit.
Yeah. To win.
To win. Are you really gonna? Because if you sign this, you do know all of you niggas are fucked.
Because
I'm snitching.
Because as much, and I was telling somebody, as much partying and illicit shit them politicians like to do, all this wild shit they like to do, on the state and federal level, come on now. Them eyes wide shut parties and shit.
You can't tell me them governors ain't out there just busting just cuz nuts.
I'm telling.
If they busted motherfucking Robert Kraft in a massage parlor, let me tell you niggas something. Because he not our mayor no more. Y'all remember Tony Yarber? Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all remember the rumors about him.
The adulterer?
Yeah.
Was he like fucking young girls or something?
I don't know about all that.
I thought he was
all I know is there was rumors that he was cheating on his wife.
Oh, okay.
As a pastor
And as the mayor. So I used to go to this gym. It was 24 hours. It was out south. Real small gym, but it's like it had that locker room feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Mm-hmm. It's good. I like them type of gym. I don't like no Planet Fitness, that corporate shit. I like that. We moving iron. Anyway, I used to. Well, I think this was after I left UPS. But when I was at UPS, I used to not go to work, or I'd come in late and get sent home and go to the gym. It's like 11 o'clock, almost midnight. This nigga's in there by himself, right? Mm-hmm. Now this gym, it's like it's in a very small little business center, I guess you could say. It's like the gym, and then it's like two other little businesses. I go in there, motherfucker. He in there, he working out, right? He hitting that shit, cool. Mm-hmm. He leave, but the truck's still out there. Like, I'm in the gym 2-3 hours, and I leave, his truck's still out there. It's them black government trucks. Mm. So I'm like, are you in one of these other little buildings, dipping and dabbling? Yeah, you supposed to be fixing these potholes and shit, like helping with crime and all that. But we know he didn't. He did what, one term? He ain't last.
Y'all remember when someone broke into his house and he spanked them?
I don't remember that. What?
Bruh, somebody broke into his house and he caught the person that did it, like in his house in the act. Mm-hmm. And because I think he a Sigma, ain't it?
I don't know.
I think he got one of them paddles and whooped him. And I know, and the dude that he did it to, I went to school with that nigga. So when they showed his picture, I was like, no. Yeah, tried to break into his shit, called his ass, spanked him.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, like he did it like, cause they asked him about it, and he did a whole interview about, I ain't going, essentially. You can look it up. I could be wrong, but
no, I mean I'm not. I wouldn't put it past him now.
But I definitely remember the picture of the dude that did, and I was like, I went to school with that nigga.
I mean, if you the mayor and you kill a nigga, and you not Frank Melton,
No,
you know,
Frank
Jump out boys, man.
Boy, Frank was
man. Let me tell you,
niggas don't know about Frank.
Let me tell you, if we still had
Niggas
Frank,
do not know about Frank.
Niggas don't know about Frank, bro.
that nigga was knocking doors down, boy, with the vest on.
I feel like Frank Melton would damn near be the equivalent of Trump in a way of like, I'm getting this shit done.
Nah, Frank Melton wasn't by no bullshit.
Nah, he at all.
So I was just say, if I feel like if he had not died, Jackson on one level or another would be a lot better.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
Really?
I feel like some of that, at least on the crime part of it, because I think that was his biggest thing. On the crime part,
yeah,
nigga, you done some shit, and the mayor is
Nigga.
coming after you directly.
I'm
not sending the police. I'm pulling up with the police. I'm kicking your shit in.
I remember he had the fucking bulletproof vest on. All that nigga was
this nigga gun on the hip, everything.
Frank Melton, the only city official I ever seen run up in the trap.
Man,
nigga, he was, bro. Let me tell you, it was a building. So my grandma stay in addition, right?
Yeah.
It was a building, like it was an abandoned building around the corner from my house. I don't know if niggas was trapping out of it. I don't know if like homeless niggas was living in it. They knocked that. He with some help knocked that bitch down. Mm-hmm. And I remember going to my grandma's house. I said, "Damn."
He sent that house to the
that
upper
bitch
room.
gone.
Man.
It wasn't. It looked like it was like one of them old ass, some old ass corner store or some shit that niggas ain't use no more. But he knocked that motherfucker down.
I think he would. I think that he would have been, working on crime. I don't think that the city would have gotten anything else out of it though. Like maybe an objectively lower crime rate. Like if you want to be a vigilante mayor, fine. But like the potholes will look even worse than they do now. Well, the effort for city improvement would just not be there.
Well, let's think about it from this standpoint, right? When you hear about people outside, or some people inside, but most people outside of Jackson who feel a way about Jackson, what's the first thing they talk about?
The crime.
They talk about the crime.
Which is
hold on. Let me land.
All right.
The biggest thing motherfuckers talk about is crime. If you lower the crime rate significantly, that makes people feel safer to come here, bring their money here, bring their businesses here, and all that shit. You bring the business here, you drive the money up. You drive the money up, the other shit improves on some level. So that's just a thought though. Cause I mean, hey, if you knock down crime low enough, it's like, all right, bet. I took care of that. Now I can focus on this other shit. Whatever the other shit is.
The only thing
Metro would have never closed down.
Facts. But the only thing about that is it's crime everywhere. Mm-hmm. Madison and Ridgeland just aren't letting us hear about it.
But then also,
niggas is dying in Madison County for sure.
But what's the rate?
Right.
Per capita. What's the rate?
It don't matter. It's just not the same concentration of people.
Exactly. So, because here's another conversation. I was talking with some old nigga, and they was talking about Dallas. Dallas got millions of people in it. So Dallas having 150 murders in a year is not the same as Jackson having 150 murders in a year. Mm-hmm. It's not even, or it might be now 150,000 people here.
We have a third in the Metro Jackson area. We have a third of what Dallas has as a city.
It's really probably less than that.
Yeah.
But the rate is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So if 150 people get killed in Dallas, it's not going to impact the city the same or the outlook of the city the same, especially when all of those murders or most of those murders are happening in the black parts of the city. Mm-hmm. Jackson is majority black. Mm-hmm, yeah. This whole city black outside of a couple areas.
I want to say, what, 89, 88%?
80, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So 100,000 people, you get 150 murders a year.
Yeah.
Along with
crazy.
the other all the other crimes.
Right.
You know, it makes it look a lot worse, and it hinders us from growing.
Y'all think Melton was killed instead of it being
How did they say he
I think
died?
it's a health issue.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man.
God,
White folks say he doing a little too much.
Look, not even that. I feel like when he was in office, it was a lot of black people who were just like, we ain't fucking with him. Like niggas in like the offices and hell, niggas in the
They
community.
treated Frank like that nigga was Batman.
No, they
Hey,
did.
bro, like,
They did.
Hey, look, niggas in the streets like you think about it now.
Bro, right. And that's what I'm saying. Cause you gotta think, if you a drug dealer and you knocking down my motherfucking spots,
Them jump out boys coming.
come on, bro. Somebody like, hey, somebody can get this nigga out of here.
I don't. If he was killed, I don't think it was a drug dealer or something that did it. I think it was some up high.
That's what I.
Yakubian
I just want
government official.
I just want to know how Kenny Stokes is still in office. I just want to know.
I want him to run for mayor.
I don't. I swear I don't.
Bro, I saw a
pray to
clip.
God he don't. Lord.
Bro, them clips of Kenny Stokes.
This nigga
That
here.
nigga said,
You are a thief.
Thief.
It was the one he was talking about. Somebody had asked him. He was like, a lady was like, the people been talking about the crime in Jackson. He was like, well, who said it? Who we talking about? And she was like, well, the sheriff or something of Pearl and the sheriff of Madison or something. He said, well, he's a dumbass. He said he's a stupid son of a bitch, and he know it.
Kenny Stokes.
God, bro.
Kenny Stokes says whatever he wants
He
on
don't
TV.
give a fuck.
But I don't know. I feel like I don't think he would be as hard as Frank, but I feel like he would get some shit. He'll be what's buddy name that died from Michigan, the senator who be talking shit in the meetings and shit with the fade.
I know who you talking about. Fuck.
Yeah, him. He'll down there be like him.
Nah.
Can I speak? Yes, you do.
I feel like he
Mays.
would
It's
just,
some Mays.
Yeah. Not, I was gonna say Willie Mays. Hell no, that's the nigga that fucking OxyClean. Goddamn.
Rest in peace to the goat.
Right.
That's Billy Mays.
Oh, that's big. Oh, shit.
Willie Mays.
Who the fuck is Willie Mays?
Willie Mays is a baseball
Baseball player. Fuck.
That's Nick.
God damn.
Hashtag Clyde don't know shit. Clyde don't know a motherfucking thing.
Oh my god. Oh, bro. Nah. If he ran for mayor, bro, we would be the laughing stock
I would move.
for sure.
I would move.
Niggas will make a compilation tape.
I'll move.
No, they definitely will. They definitely will.
He's like, this y'all mayor?
Oh my god.
Ah.
But
Fuck,
but if he was, I say this, his
And them big ass Steve Harvey suits he be wearing.
Bro, nobody
his
tailoring that shit, bro. Nobody tailoring that shit, bro.
Bruce himself.
That's funny.
You're buying that shit. You're buying that shit straight out of Big and Tall.
His abrasiveness would make it hard for him to get some shit done when it come to like working with state
other
officials.
People, yeah. Nah.
But at the same time, the stuff he can control, I feel like he'll get that shit done.
I don't think he would.
So with all that shit being
That big
said,
and tall ass suit, man.
yeah, no, them suits,
Get that
them
shit
suits
tailored.
be
Ridiculous.
the suits and the haircut.
That's
But that's neither here nor there. Do y'all? With all that being said, though, because I got this video, I've been holding on this video since May.
Okay.
Is Jackson a sacrificial city?
What do you mean?
The short version is the people in power in the state are letting Jackson basically go to shit so they can come in and
110%. Yes.
Yes, I think so.
white flight to gentrification.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, I think that's kind of sort of how, they did it in the first place. They moved, segregation became not a thing anymore. We moved into the neighborhoods that they didn't want to, we moved in, they moved out.
Facts.
And I think that the plan is for us to move out so they can move back in.
And I think they thought we would have moved out a long time ago, but we haven't. So now it's kind of like, all right, well, we finna just take drastic measures because we on schedule for some shit. So now it's like, yeah, we gon' Yeah, kill each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
The pipes are fucked up in the wintertime? Yeah. That's great.
Let them stay fucked up.
Yeah. Let them stay fucked up.
Yeah, because y'all gonna move out. Y'all gonna move. Y'all gonna come back with us to Ridgeland and Madison and all these other places.
Yeah.
Or you gonna move with them other niggas in Byram, which is just
They're
south.
not gonna.
Which is just South Jackson.
Bruh.
Byram is black people's Ridgeland.
Boy, that is a good one. Damn,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
And they growing too.
It is. But yeah, they've definitely been trying to kick niggas out for the longest time, and that's why it's
Or is Byram black people's Madison?
Nah.
Because I feel like Ridgeland is really becoming just North Jackson. And Madison is like, that's still like Madison.
No, Madison.
Yeah, nah. I give you that. Byram is black people Madison.
Or it could be black people's Ridgeland turning into Madison.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. But yeah, they don't want niggas over here no more, man. Anytime, like, because I think even me and you had talked about it one time where we was talking about like JPD and shit, and like them niggas don't come to after that shit
because
though.
they want like, and they make it seem like they want the state to control everything about Jackson. And the issue is our mayor isn't allowing that because it makes us money. Like you can't take things that make us money or go bankrupt. So,
and low key, and this is just a conspiracy theory, so I don't know, but that's why I feel like with the mayor now, the whole shit he got caught up in with the feds and shit. I feel like that shit was a setup.
I feel like, well, not even I feel like, but I heard that, it wasn't him specifically, but because of who it was tied to, it made it look like he had something to do with it.
Exactly. And so I feel like that's why, like, they're like, oh, okay, you trying to stop this or you do, okay, don't worry, we're gonna get you the fuck up out of here. Cause like I'm in my head, I'm just like, what has he done that would make the feds be like,
we gotta get him out of here.
We gotta either try to get him out of here or we gotta set this nigga up on some shit.
Nigga
like,
went to the BET Awards.
Usually it has to be something that when the feds are involved, they're building a case before they come and get you.
Yeah, they got you before they get you.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, but there has been nothing that he's done to where it's like, okay, I can kind of see it. Like Diddy, when the feds came for Diddy, we was like, I can see it. When the feds came for Thug, we was like, I can see it. Like when the feds come for a lot of these, even like the mafia niggas, we like, I get it.
Sometimes it ain't even I can see it.
Yeah,
I be like, he did that.
He did that shit. He did. Oh, for sure.
Especially with Diddy.
Yeah, come on, he did that shit. But it's like with him, it's like, nigga, this nigga. The most you can say about this nigga is he be outside.
Yeah,
like,
he do be.
He be outside.
I shook his hand on J5.
I feel like you.
And he was leaving the event as I was coming in.
I feel like the most you would probably, if someone were to catch him on something, the most believable shit for me would be like he probably cheat on his wife.
Is he married?
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yes.
With kids. So I'm like, he probably cheated on his wife.
Yes.
I can maybe believe that because of how outside he be, the whole Drake shit and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But for the feds to be like, we finna set this nigga up.
Yeah.
It's either we finna set this nigga up because we ain't got shit on this nigga and we want to get him the fuck up out of here.
Sprinkle some crack on him.
Yeah. Pretty much. Just
It works every time.
right.
99% conviction rate.
Cause then I think like I read an article that was like he was like they were like they pretended to be like some shit and they were like we want to give you this and this and we'll just shake your hand.
To be like contractors. Or
yeah,
some
and it was like just we don't even gotta sign them, just shake our hand and then it's like when you shake their hand, niggas in the back taking a picture and it's like got your ass. And it's like see he was trying to.
But see, how many niggas have got caught up like that though? Just shaking a nigga hand, whether business was done or not. How many times you just shook a nigga hand and it's like, well, we got evidence that you was dealing with such and such, and they said da da da.
Like I don't even know that nigga's last name.
Right?
Yeah, you don't.
Exactly.
You don't know his last name because he worked for us. So all we need is this picture. Yes, about it. So before I play this video, you an anime nigga?
Yes.
You want to buy that painting?
What pain? Oh, that's it.
I fuck with it. If I could afford it, I would.
Who said you can't? You said Nazay, what's wrong with it?
It's a hole in it.
All right, we can fix that. Nah, real talk though. Like literally the other day, I was recording something and this light had fell on it. And put
Damn.
But you can get like some canvas glue or something and patch that up.
I would take that maybe.
I bought that.
Oh,
Crystal did that. Crystal Jim.
oh, shout out Crystal.
Shout out Crystal. We shout out all Jackson artists. Mm-hmm. This one was supposed to be gone today. The nigga didn't come and get it.
He paid for it?
Not yet. He was supposed to come pay for it. He was like, I'm gonna pull up on you Saturday. I'm gonna pay you in cash. Chef D. So anyway, I'm gonna play this video. Basically talking about the same shit I just asked y'all.
Is Jackson a sacrificial city? I'll report, you decide. One of the questions that I get asked most on here is why would a state let its capital city intentionally fall into decline, or worse, ensure that decline? And you're right, it makes no sense. It seems very counterintuitive to the state's success, yet it's still something that we see in Mississippi do to Jackson time and time again. One of the best examples is in the career of Governor Tate Reeves. Now, Governor Reeves has made his disdain for the city of Jackson very apparent on many occasions, from outright bashing it to more subtler examples, such as erroneously referring to it as the murder capital of the world, or starting off a speech in Hattiesburg by saying, "Any day is a good day not to be in Jackson." You can also see it in the way that he refers to everyone who lives outside of the city in his speeches as people of Mississippi, Mississippians, or we. But whenever he's referring to people who live inside the city, it's the people of Jackson, or they. But it's in his policy decisions that we see the consequences. We got our first real look at this strategy back in 2010 and 2011, when then State Treasurer Reeves was running for lieutenant governor. Now at this time, the Tea Party was just starting to come into power, and one of their main objectives was to crack down on what they considered government waste or overspending. And Tate Reeves was being attacked by his opponent for approving too many Mississippi projects. So to fight back, Reeves started sharing just how much infrastructure money he had blocked from reaching Jackson simply by refusing to let those issues ever come up for a vote. And you don't have to take my word for it on this. Here's Governor Reeves himself discussing the issue on Super Talk.
You could say the same thing about the water system in any municipality, basically like Jackson right now, where there's a controversy over that, whether you issue those bonds or not. Am I right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And Paul, that's a prime example. I've never voted against that because it's never gotten to the bond commission, because what we have done is we are talking to the city of Jackson. We talk to these various agencies, and if we are not comfortable, and when I say
you don't
we,
even
I mean
bring it up for a vote.
We never bring it up for a vote.
Well,
So
that's
why.
a no vote. See here, and I'm just learning about this because it puts a lot of power in the bond commission.
Now keep in mind that this interview happened after that first major water outage of the capital city back in 2010. You can read a lot more about it here. It's an Associated Press article, so there's versions of it everywhere. Reeves won that election, so that strategy, in his mind, seemed to work. From that point on, Jackson has either been denied funding, the requests for funding have died in committee, or any funding that has been allowed has come with a lot of strings attached. And when federal infrastructure dollars wound up on the table, Jackson's requests were disproportionately vetoed. Some infamous examples of the governor's line item vetoes include blocking projects such as helping the LaFleur's Bluff Park area, doing some downtown improvements like the convention center and the planetarium, repairing some community pools, and others. If you add up all those vetoes, more money was denied for Jackson alone than for every other Mississippi city combined, by over $6 million. Now, in recent years, the Reeves campaign has tried to walk back some of this strategy, especially as these issues have gotten some national attention. They've made claims such as the city of Jackson just forgot to file the paperwork to get some of these infrastructure funds. They've also claimed that the state has provided over $200 million in infrastructure funds from the state to the city in order to get these projects done. But later investigations found that claim of forgotten paperwork to simply not be true. And that $200 million, a lot of that came from our 1% sales tax. In other words, it was the city providing its own money, not the state providing funds. Today, funding attempts for the city of Jackson continue to die in committee, and any attempt to change that 1% sales tax to get a little more benefit out of it never sees the light of day. Now I'm going to try and get ahead of the comments again here, although the Angry White Guy Brigade probably stopped watching this video a while ago. And I'm going to say that none of this absolves the city of Jackson from bad decisions, mismanagement, and poor planning. There is plenty of blame to go around, but it's not fair to put all of the blame on the city when the city hasn't exactly been given a fair chance. It's kind of like attacking our school funding formula for the state of Mississippi when it's only ever been fully funded twice. So we've seen how Jackson is sacrificed, but here's the bigger question: why is Jackson being sacrificed? For this, we go into a little bit of speculation. Maybe it's because politicians have seen that this strategy works. Maybe it's because it gives politicians a boogeyman or a villain to help energize their voters. They can point to the city of Jackson, say, that's what happens when Democrats are in charge, and that will happen to the entire state if it ever flips blue. Or maybe it's the simplest solution. Maybe it's all just about money. Republican politicians who want to funnel funding into the more Republican-heavy parts of the state. But whatever the reason, the majority of Jackson's problems can be traced back to a lack of funding and intentional targeting by the state, from infrastructure and blight to education and crime. Jackson won't be able to truly change until the state decides to start investing in Jackson. And they really should. The capital of a state should be the crown jewel of that state. But as long as politicians believe that hurting Jackson will win elections, this downward spiral is going to continue.
He's not even from Jackson. He's from somewhere else, but he moved here a while ago with his wife.
Our government
But
is
he's
actively,
definitely invited to the cookout.
Oh, come on now.
our government is actively holding back our city and blaming it on us. Now, like you said, Jackson, has his issues like every other city internally.
Sure.
We got corruption here and, people trying to line their pockets within the city. That garbage shit that's going on.
Mm-hmm. I thought they fixed that.
They fixed it for the year. But like he said, Tate Reeves and the government is, actively holding Jackson back from making money and getting help because it looks good to people that vote for them. And when you in goddamn fucking Coldwater, Mississippi, where you don't have a chance in cold hell of even knowing where Jackson is, you blaming us for shit that y'all don't even have.
So
We don't have a mall in Jackson.
Crazy work.
nope, not no more.
Capri Theater is, I guess, a movie theater when they want to, but you're limited to the movie that they're showing at a particular time.
Right.
It's cool. Fondren is cool, but we know who go to Fondren.
Come on now. Come on
You
now.
know they want to make Fondren basically his own city.
Which is so stupid.
Yeah, Fondren, because you got all them big ass houses and shit, and all those non-blacks that stay over there. They want to make it its own city.
They want to be like
and
fucking.
Capital PD was gonna be its was gonna be in a jurisdiction.
Want to be like fucking Petopia.
Oh, we.
Listen. So before I get into this part,
Okay.
so Hinds County, which is what Jackson, Clinton, Byram, Edwards, Bolton, and
Terry.
I feel like it's something else in there.
Did you say
Raymond?
Yeah.
I think that's Hinds County. It's the most populated city. I mean, populated county in the state. What's the?
And it ain't even
next,
close.
What's the next populated? Like probably DeSoto County up by Memphis.
Most populated?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm about to Google it.
it's probably like DeSoto County because that's right by Memphis. Warren County, which is Vicksburg. Somewhere, the whatever county was it, Harrison County on the coast, or whatever county it is on the coast, and then maybe wherever Hattiesburg is.
Hinds County.
I feel like Madison County might be in there too.
Hinds County. Harrison County. Rankin County. DeSoto.
I said that.
So it's Hinds County at 1.
Rankin County at 2.
No. Not from what I'm looking at.
What's 2? Harrison County, you said.
Harrison County is 2.
I want to say that's
DeSoto is 3. Rankin is 4.
Damn.
So Harrison County, if I'm not mistaken, that's on the coast. DeSoto County is up north. That's like Horn Lake, Hernando, Olive Branch, that shit. South Haven, all that shit by Memphis. Warren County not on there?
Hell no. Nigga, it's 13 people in Vicksburg.
Shit, a lot, nigga. Anyway, but you mind if I get some more of this?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Madison County comes in at 97.
God damn.
Population 97,000.
And I would think that that's more just the proximity.
Right.
Cause you got Madison, Ridgeland, Glustadt, Canton.
But
Flora?
those areas are a lot of land, not a lot of people.
True. That's true.
Cause Florida deep as shit. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know, them houses, you gotta walk 15 minutes to see your next neighbor.
I mean, yeah. But like you got Rankin County, cause you got Flowood, Pearl, Brandon, Richland, Morton, and Pelahatchie and shit.
Is that Brandon too? You said Brandon?
Yeah. Brandon, Rankin County.
Yeah.
And like those areas are pretty populated, but then it's also like I say it's proximity to Jackson because a lot of them people work in Jackson.
Yeah.
If they don't work at Brandon High School or Northwest Rankin or some shit, or one of them stores in Dogwood, them niggas work in Jackson.
Well, Chris Rock said, how many of y'all work in a city you can't afford to live in?
Crazy thing is they can afford it. They got money out there.
Shit.
Oh yeah, in Rankin County,
They got money on.
Stinking ranking.
Fuck them. So
Hey.
that video was from May, right?
yeah.
So this is from January of last year. Governor Reeves, this is the headline. Governor Reeves to call special session for record-shattering economic development. Right?
Okay.
This is from the post is from a dude. I don't know if y'all seen the dude Save Jackson. He a white dude who be doing like pseudo racist stuff, but
Fuck
it be
that shit. Fuck that nigga,
but it be
man.
facts though. he do be kind of wilding sometimes though. But anyway, but the captions from WABT. Governor Tate calls a special session to finalize a record-shattering $10 billion economic development project that will create 1,000 jobs. $10 billion, largest capital investment in the state's history, and 4 times the size of previous largest economic development project released in the state. And I want to say, when I did further reading on it back then, it was like all that money to like revitalize Fair Street and like dude was talking about the planetarium and all that shit downtown. It was like going towards stuff like that.
You know, Mississippi used to be the richest state in the country.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Because
that.
of cotton.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
Yeah,
make
the
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, the richest state in the country. The very things that made it the richest state in the country are the very things holding it back today.
Most definitely.
The racism, the lack of desire to innovate into technology. And now, you know, not even now, but the government literally saying fuck Mississippi.
No,
The people who we paid their salaries are saying fuck Mississippi.
fuck these niggas.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Oh shit. It's crazy how I don't know if y'all have heard this. And I feel like we talked about it on the show, but I don't know if y'all have heard this. But Jackson is known as, or used to be known as, the crossroads of the South.
Right.
You got 55 and 20.
Mayor Lumumba says it all the time.
You in the middle of Atlanta, Dallas, Memphis,
and
New
New
Orleans. And
There's no reason we shouldn't be lit.
And then like even on 20, you got Birmingham, you got Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
If you want to reach, you got Arkansas.
Yeah. You got Arkansas and you got the Florida Panhandle.
Yeah. Destin.
Pensacola, all that
Yeah.
shit. We literally in the middle of all that shit. We the fucking Route 66 of the South.
Basically.
And what is Route 66 now? Not a goddamn thing.
Cars told us ain't no.
But I feel like that's more so the fault of the people who are in charge of like their the ideals are of that old South, that old Mississippi, of like it's like, you know how they do the shit like when like you can't go on Pornhub now, you know, like it's like that whole religious shit of like, you know, we're clean.
Shout Shout out to Pornhub.
You know, it's like
And RIP to Pornhub in Mississippi.
The Bible Belt. The Bible Belt.
yeah,
is a
Bible
real
Belt
I still got
shit.
Twitter.
It's the crazy word. It's the Bible Belt shit. So it's like they have this thing of like we do this, we don't do this, we drink at around this time, we stop serving drinks around this time, we close this and this. Versus a lot of the places that y'all name,
Yeah.
it's
all day, all night.
It's all night. It's
I used to
lit.
make.
And it's crazy because some of those places are still in the Bible Belt.
I used to make frequent trips to South Carolina. Their liquor store closed at 7.
PM?
Yes.
Crazy word.
Like, so if you want to have a party, nigga, you had to be organized.
And they still not open on Sunday?
No. Fuck no.
Closing at 7. Is
Closing
crazy.
at 7 and not open on Sunday. Fuck no.
Closing at 7 is crazy.
So if you want to have a party, then you had to add your shit before 7 o'clock.
Yeah, you meet this shit the day before.
Right.
Damn it.
So, you know, there's no reason that even if Jackson could never be a New Orleans, because people, you know, even though New Orleans is not the capital city of Louisiana, people don't give a fuck about Baton Rouge.
So I'm gonna let you finish your thought.
You know, even if we're not ever going to be in Atlanta, a New Orleans or Dallas or Houston for that matter, there should be no reason that people can't come through Jackson and not be like, damn, it's pretty cool over here.
How many states, just off the top of your head, because I can think of a few, where the quote unquote crown jewel of that state is not the capital? We already said Louisiana. You can argue Texas, New York, California. You can argue.
Is Memphis the capital?
You can argue.
Tennessee?
No,
It's Nashville, right?
it's Knoxville.
Knoxville. Oh shit, I'm tripping.
You can argue Florida.
Yeah, Miami.
You got Miami and Orlando, but
Right.
but the capital is Tallahassee.
Right.
Alabama. Niggas talk about Birmingham and shit.
New York. Albany
New
is
York.
Albany is the capital city.
California is Sacramento. But
Right.
niggas talk about LA, San Diego, San Francisco.
Right.
Texas, the capital is Austin, which Austin is a hell of a city, but niggas talk about Dallas and Houston.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And even San Antonio.
Right. What's the fucking capital of fucking Arizona?
Chicago. I mean, not Chicago, Illinois. The
Yeah.
capital of Illinois is like Springfield, but
Yeah.
the crown jewel is Chicago.
Right.
That's interesting.
You said the capital of who?
Arizona.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I know niggas that be in Albuquerque for sure.
Albuquerque. But Phoenix is definitely the crown jewel of Arizona. But you still got Santa Fe, Albuquerque,
Right. Tuscan.
Tempe.
Yeah.
But all of that shit is close to Phoenix though.
Right.
A lot of it is. Like,
Yeah, man. It's you know, your crown jewel of your city may not be your capital, and it's not unusual
Yeah.
for it not to be.
yeah.
But that don't mean that you don't take care of your capital. Like
For sure.
Baton Rouge is still a good city.
I would argue, and this is it started based on the Jackson State Southern rivalry, but after doing more research, I could say that Jackson and Baton Rouge are like twin cities.
Mm-hmm.
We are cities in our state that are overlooked, high percent, if not majority, black population, crime ridden, you know, and it's one of those cities that people outside the city say, "Oh no, don't go there." Niggas say go to New Orleans all day and night. Niggas love New Orleans
because it's
They
so
were
funny.
like,
It's so funny. Like nigga, your capital city don't even have your state's professional athletic team.
"Come on now,
Crazy word.
there ain't no Austin nothings,
No, but it's
ain't no Tallahassee nothings."
But it's 9 fucking athletic associations in Texas. Like
You feel me? Ain't no. The only thing Sacramento got is the Kings.
Yep.
Albany, New York ain't got shit.
right.
Come on now. Montgomery ain't nothing in Alabama except for the USFL, but they in Birmingham.
Shout out to the XFL.
Crazy word.
All right.
Crazy word.
I shout out to him though. Shout out to him though.
Look. I know this is a tangent, but they gonna take some of them rules in the USFL and bring them shits to NFL.
Most definitely. I think they already did. It was a.
They need to bring the 1, 2,
I think
or 3 point.
that kickoff rule. I want to say came from the USFL.
They need to bring that 1, 2, or 3 point extra point back to the NFL. Nigga, have you seen that shit, Clyde? Have you seen that shit?
See, Clyde is
I
a Cowboys fan.
I heard about
it's
it.
not gonna help him at all.
Oh,
right, well.
damn, because yeah.
Can we also?
So they got a rule in the USFL where if you want to go for an extra point, well, you're gonna go for an extra point. You could either just opt to kick it for the one extra point, but if you want to get some more points, they have a 1, 2, or 3. I don't know who the fuck would do 1 if you could just kick the extra fucking point.
Right.
But for the 2 and 3, they push you back out to the end zone.
Okay.
For you to be able to make a 1 point, for you to be able to make a play.
It's basically a 2-point conversion.
Okay.
But it's a 2 or 3 point.
And if you want it, they push you back further from the end zone. It's fire because nigga, that 3 points come tough, nigga.
Well, see, Clyde being a Cowboys fan.
Listen.
And then they just hired somebody not named Deion Sanders.
Well, can we talk about? They hired him?
I want to say
Who they hired?
the dude. He was their offensive coordinator. I forgot his name. He was a white guy.
You know, New Orleans is interviewing Kellen Moore.
Oh God, I don't care for the NFL, so I don't really give a fuck.
I think.
But I remember Kellen Moore when he was in college. That nigga was hooping.
I think Deion gonna be that coach.
That would be the most Cowboy shit ever.
It's gonna happen. Jerry gonna make.
You're not even
happen.
gonna get shit there. You're not even gonna get shit there.
And I think. But I think this will all go. This
So
will all go back
what
to
I've
that nigga.
so I've heard a couple things. I've heard they already hired him, but then I've also heard that Jerry because it's Jerry and his son that's like in charge, and they kind of butting heads about who they want to get. Jerry wants Deion, the son wants the OC, but I'll look it up and see who they got.
Deion finna go over there, and if he does. This will prove more than anything.
Jerry Jones said that he hasn't hired a GM because he doesn't trust anybody to do it properly.
Cowboys hired Brian Schottenheimer as head coach.
God,
he was the offensive coordinator
For who?
for the Cowboys. They moved him up since they fired the other nigga.
When they hired him?
At least a day ago. At least a day ago.
Well, you got the greatest mom and pop shop franchise of all time.
Let me tell you, what the Cowboys going Cowboy, goddamn. Fuck, man.
That is funny.
He might get y'all there. Deion wasn't gonna do it. I don't think. I could be wrong.
Do you think that Deion is?
Because when you get to the pros, it's more shit involved. But go ahead.
We don't give a fuck about who you are in the pros. Like, you really gotta be a coach. Like, we don't care about how much your team likes you at certain points. Like,
because them niggas ain't playing.
Can you call plays, nigga?
Because if them niggas ain't playing, them niggas ain't playing.
Like, people was like, Deion is, he's a great recruiter because of who he is, not because of his actual ability to recruit. Like, people want to go play for Deion Sanders, not because Deion Sanders is a great recruiter. Like, and come on, bro, like, you got your son sacked 30 times last year.
And 25 times this year.
Crazy.
I don't know how many times it was this year, but
Crazy.
I know the O-line has been a struggle wherever he's went.
For sure.
Even when he was here, the O-line was an issue.
So, if your son need time in the pocket.
But Dallas is known for having good O-lines.
And also, like, if your son makes people not fuck with him, because, like, I'm a Drew Brees fan. I think Drew Brees is underrated, not because he's a Saint. Oh, he retired a Saint. But when he made his kneeling on the flag comment, that nigga O-line showed him.
Wait, what did he say?
He was like, he don't like when people kneel for the flag because it's daft off of the country and shit. And that nigga's all black O-line said, you know what?
Fuck that nigga.
Week 1, bam, red.
Damn. That's fucked up. That's not fucked
They
up.
gave that nigga a critical hit.
Hey, we gonna make you rethink that comment, brother. That's crazy. I love it.
Nigga O-line said, oh, I'm sorry, did you need blocking?
I love it. I love it.
So we took a bit of a tangent off the Jackson shit. Final thoughts before I get into this other shit that y'all may or may not know about. So I think we agree Jackson is a sacrificial city.
For sure.
Yeah, we just gotta get.
We agree the leadership is kind of fucking up.
We gotta put ourselves in a position to take care of ourselves because we know that they're not gonna take care of us.
So hold on. So this is a question that I've asked before. I think I asked it a couple times. I don't know if I asked it to you, but I know I asked it to Clyde and James. Does Jackson to start at least start the improvement process? Of course, it's not gonna go from what it is now to a fucking utopia, but to start the improvement process, does Jackson need to be under white leadership? Basically, do we need to have a white mayor to start that process?
No, I think that we need somebody.
Or do we need a Republican mayor?
Fuck no.
Hear me out. White doesn't necessarily mean Republican, but I do think that if we had a person that looks like us that seemed to align with them, we would be in an objectively better situation.
In their eyes, what's more important? Looking like them
Failing
and
Jackson.
lining with us, or looking like us and lining with them?
I think it needs
Looking like us and aligning with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It needs to be a Kennedy
But
situation.
we need a
Kennedy look like them though.
You know,
But Kennedy was a person that, oh yeah, I'm gonna do da 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 da, and then got in the White House like, yeah, fuck.
But
y'all
do I
niggas.
think-
I'm finna do this shit?
But do I think all Republicans are racist? Do I think all Republicans are only out for themselves? No, but I do think that they just think that the other side is a little bit too extreme in the liberties that they're trying to afford people. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, you know, because people deserve liberties, right? But the struggle with being a more centered or down to earth Republican is how far are you willing to let these people go with the liberties that you're giving them? Not the how much money can we make off of these struggling people Republican.
And it's crazy how the Republicans used to be the Black People Party.
Right.
I remember vividly 20-ish years ago, me and my mama was picking up my brother from daycare off of Claiborne. And somebody, I don't know what she was running for, but it was some lady running for something. We saw her sign in somebody's yard. She was a Republican. And I asked my mom, I was like, I basically asked like the difference between Republican and Democrat. But it was a black lady who's a Republican. And she was like, well, most black people vote Republican and most white people are Democrat. And Democrat just sounded so aggressive to me, so I associated it with white people. But it's crazy how the shit has changed. The values have changed. The aesthetic have changed.
The purpose, you know, the
All of that
intentions
shit.
have changed.
Yeah.
Like even the term liberal and conservative have changed because, you know, a conservative is supposed to be a person, you know, that, you know, is boxed in and, you know, by the book.
They got these beliefs,
Right.
and they gonna stick to them beliefs.
By the book.
Yeah.
And a liberal is someone who takes liberties.
Right.
So when you put yourself in a position to understand what those words are supposed to mean, and you see the people that we vote for that don't align with either of them on either side, I think that the issue that Republicans have with liberals is that niggas just try to get too liberal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, 465 genders. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some people
Trump ended that.
Some people push back on things like that, but you know, I'm sure there are Republicans that, you know, agree that some things could be a little bit more liberal, and I'm sure that there are Democrats that believe in a little bit more conservatism.
For sure. But I think that
Like somebody on each side need to be like, okay.
I feel like for the Democratic
Going a
Party
little too far now.
I feel like for the Democratic Party to really win.
Am I still good?
Yeah. For them to really win and for them to really like move forward, I ain't gonna hold you. They gotta take some shit from the Republican Party because as much as, you know, a lot of their shit I don't agree with or whatever, one thing I can say about the Republican Party, bro,
Niggas are
they
consistent.
and they consistent on like not giving a fuck. Like they're really like,
But they can be because they have a much more massive and dedicated level of support.
And that's
like,
true.
We on the blue side, these niggas be like, all right, who we gonna try to get to vote for us this 4 years?
But see, I I think it's even deep. Like I feel like the
we got all the black women this time.
Right.
That didn't work. Let's target the Asians next time.
I feel like they're looking at it from a place of like we have to still uphold a certain amount of astuteness. We have to still say things a certain way. We have to be the example. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Being the example, that shit is out now. Just like a lot of shit is outdated and you got to move new shit in. That's one of those things where we're not in a country where niggas care about the astuteness and and when they go low, we go high. Man, fuck that. You got to go to hell with these niggas.
There should be an age limit in the government.
Come on now.
Like,
that part.
Like there's no reason somebody 80 years old should be making decisions on something today because the world didn't operate how it operated in the 40s.
Come on.
So
that's
for you to be in a position to still be making decisions for a completely different time.
Facts.
Not even of your generation. You've been in office for 4 generations of life.
Facts.
What do you and I know you out of touch because you're rich, nigga. You go home and you go to Capitol Hill. You don't know anything about the world.
You don't know shit.
You've been in.
You ain't touched grass.
Been in office for that time and haven't changed
right
at all.
Haven't adjusted to life.
Views from whatever you was taught way back when have not changed to now.
Bro, you look like you look at a nigga like Mitch McConnell. This nigga
literally at the podium froze, having a stroke.
And the motherfucker gotta go, he's all right. All right. It's like we gotta reboot this nigga. Like, he didn't charge all the way.
You took the word right out of my mouth. We just gotta update.
Yeah, right.
Gotta update the
software.
software.
Then we just gonna push his ass back. I'm like, this nigga looks like death.
And it just and I'm not saying cause me personally, you know, this gonna sound tough.
Uh-oh.
But what's that thing that the Rooney Rule?
Yeah.
In the NFL?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with it. Only because you are asking to give opportunities to people who may not deserve it just because they look like
and
you're
not gonna hire them motherfuckers, no way.
But you're not. Right.
But
you're not.
But you still gotta meet that quota, yeah.
Right, but you still gotta meet the quota. So now we've gotten to a place where, you know, you got to meet a quota in that regard in a lot of workplaces. And I think that the government should be a reflection of the people that live here. So, you know, in a room of 100 people, I think 15 of them should be at least black, only because, you know, that's just what the country looks like. Sprinkle an Asian person in there because they here too. You know, sprinkle 5 Mexicans in there just because they in here too.
Right.
So I'm not saying that, you know, everything got to be, you know, I'm not saying everything got to be 25 black people, 25 white people, 25 Asians, 25 Hispanics. Because that's just dumb because the country doesn't look like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But at least be as close to a representation of the people who live in your country.
Yeah.
Deservedly, though.
Right.
Deservedly. Like, don't just put anybody in there just because they look like us. Because shit, I'll do it.
I damn do it.
I damn do it.
We might not win the game, but I damn do it. I damn put my app in. I was assistant coach at a middle school for 3 years.
Hey, man.
Like, don't fuck around and let me win any type of position of power. Because, like, I'm getting all these old motherfuckers out of here.
Man,
look,
I'm gonna be like,
before you even do that, they gonna die. Fuck, old as shit.
They're gonna shoot your ass from the Bancorp South building.
And a lot of times, you know, it ain't even about money.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people who would make more in retirement and they still work because they just don't want to give up this power that they have to control things.
Weird.
Yeah. And it's so weird. It's weird.
I'll be like,
but is it weird though?
It is, bro.
Because if you think about it.
But the world is past you. The world that you control is past you.
But hold on though. A lot of the people in those positions are men, right? Mm-hmm. And I heard a dude talking. He was like he talked about a lot of stuff, but one of the things that men desire is power.
Absolutely.
Whatever level it is, whether it's power in your family, at work, in society, whatever it is, men desire power. And women desire men with power. So is it weird to say
95 gang?
So is it weird to say that, or is it weird that they don't want to give up that power? Because if you take away that power, that takes away.
It's not weird. It's not weird that
leverage, quote unquote, that they have.
It's not weird that you want to retain your power, but at the point in which you are now holding back the thing that you have power over, are you still calling that power?
Yeah, it's not even power.
Well, yeah, because I got the power to hold it back.
But
So,
it's not
even
real
if
power.
even if it's at first it was power to change.
Like Jerry Jones is actively self-destructing his franchise.
But I'm saying, even if it was at first, I had the power to change and influence whatever this thing was. Now, this thing want to change, and the only thing that's stopping it is me. That's a different type of power.
Yeah.
And I have it.
But is it power because it's like, yeah, you're saying it's power because I'm able to stop it. But what happens is, I feel like, is that the people that it affects, the more you stop it, the more people it affects. And the more it affects those people, the more those people start to see you really don't have the power. We have the power. If we want to get you the fuck up out of here, whether it's the legal way or running up on you and doing your ass.
United Healthcare.
Look, we'll find a way to do it.
Free
That's
Luigi.
true.
You see what I'm saying? So
That's true.
So at that point, why do you? That's not even a power that you should want.
Also,
at fucking 70,
but-
80 years
but-
old.
regardless.
don't actually free Luigi. He is a murderer for all intents and
But
purposes.
even
He is.
but
He
even
is.
if everything you said is true, okay, cool. I really don't have the power. You have the power to do whatever you want to do. Well, why haven't you done it yet?
I don't want to.
Niggas scared of
You
the
don't
law.
want to because you just don't want to. You don't want to
scared of the
because niggas lazy. You scared. You whatever,
It's
whatever.
It's fear.
So the thing is, you want this thing to change. I, by myself, am stopping that thing from changing. Do something about it. If you come together,
Hey,
listen, if you come together and you do something about it, fine. You took your power and da 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 da. But until you do something, I have that power. I have that thing that's stopping you from doing or stopping this thing from changing, whatever.
Even at the cost of advancement.
I don't give a fuck.
somebody gonna
I don't
listen
give
to
a
this.
fuck
Somebody
about
gonna
none of
listen
that.
to this and feel like they
Now
challenging them.
you talk about stuff that's outside of me.
Yeah.
I don't care. You
Yeah.
want this thing, big or small. You want this thing to change, and I'm the nigga standing in your way. I have power,
something
and
about
until you do something about it, I still got that power.
We got to get Tay Reeves out of here.
Hey,
I knew that we was fucked when he first won, but when we had that fucking water crisis not so long ago, and I seen this nigga outside the governor's mansion with that big ass chrome water
with that
tank,
big, I
Crazy
passed
work.
by that motherfucker. That
I was
shit
like,
crazy.
this nigga
and he don't even
really-
live there.
right?
Crazy work. If black
I seen
people,
that shit.
If black people
That
had
damn,
the same
they're
gusto,
during the damn ice storm.
Bruh.
niggas,
Man, look.
if black people had the same gusto and not giving a fuck as white people, I feel like we would get shit done.
If black people,
And 2 days after, or the same day that Trump get inaugurated, niggas is or maybe the day after, the Nazis, neo-Nazis marching
Yeah.
in Columbus
Yeah.
after Ohio State won the national
and ain't
championship.
shit happened to them.
like,
Crazy work.
if black people understood, actual how important, voting is, like, white people know the secret to voting.
Yeah,
But not only do they know the secret to voting, they are the majority. Like,
for now.
like for sure.
That's why. That's part of the fear.
That's why,
be a majority though.
But
That's why
that Roe versus Wade shit came. I talked about that today. Like,
Yeah.
they want the white women to stop doing abortions because they need the white population to grow.
Yeah, blondes are going extinct, man.
crazy.
But
White saying
So-
something like that. It's crazy.
listen, hey.
That first abortion clinic that popped up
listen.
in Bel Air, it was a problem.
So look,
Sheesh.
a final thought, and I'm finna get into this other shit.
Man, my final thought is if niggas want to change shit, bro, I feel like part of it starts from within, but we gotta also stop being scared, bro. Stop allowing fear to dictate shit, because at the end of the day, like, you're getting affected by it, but your kids are gonna be affected by this as well. So it's like, it's either you gonna stand up now or stand up later, but at some point in time you gonna have to stand up if you want some shit to change. And if you keep sitting down, shit, you get what you asked for. So
we as a people just have to work harder for ourselves, because nobody's gonna do it for us. Boy. You know, Caliucci said, you know, no one's gonna save you now, so you better save yourself. So, you know, black people, you know, work on some self-awareness. Grab a stick.
Something.
So let's pivot. Let's take a major pivot.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.